collect, sleep, repeat, relapse, destruct, hydrate, deplete, return, rebound, respect, defeat, create, destroy, descend, create, revamp, ascend, upend, deluxe, demand, get praise, achieve, return to mind, accrue some time, create, destroy, descend, return, unwound, turn off the lights, reflect the change, turn the tide with time, with help, an end avoids the need of ends, devoid of time, a nap, a walk, command your day, ascend, descend, and walk away, pretend, protect, unhand, unmask, rewind your day, just stay inside. I've been on the carpet, I've been on the bare floor, hibernate my concern for everyone I care for. Primal headspace took me for a blind date. Had the lobster, pasta, shrimp and steak, trays of figs and dates. Hey, it pays to wait, scrape the pain away. Taste is something I took for granted, reprimanded. Hate but late is better than you never denim headed, thick and apple scented. Hallows Eve is even, hollow beasts are feeding. Stephen Wicker Man had a son of sand with a bitter plan. Mix the bitters in till the bitter ran. Tears still taste better than blood. Cup the sauce of critters and pan fried till the man dies or his credit card helps take the lamb's life to the center of the splinter's eye. Truly run the credits by, here is my side. Oh, never mind, well, never my mind. Time is cringing, lost and soft within it. Lofty ambition, head spinning, cataract cloud. Holler back till the bones pull from my hollow back. Louder crack, ouch, how about now? Leo's foreign, wash the cut out. This hurts mouth, head thorn crown. Whether lie where with the color of my own shroud. Men catapult towards the news of the day, but their feeble attempts at commentary escape. I was never gonna be the center of my own universe, never gonna feel at home in a size smaller shirt. Heaven only knows me by my baby pictures anyway. Grinning with the gritted set of teeth and move my tongue away. I don't wanna leave you on the shore of this daydream obelisk. Black sand cropping up and tides turn ominous. Death dressed in moonbeams mistakes me for a part of this. I painted on my skin with the wind for this partnership. Sober when slobbering, convulsive and bothersome. My blood steeps in cardamom, pods in a spacecraft. Deny my escape route when time pass and burrow in the belly of a beast. Sleeping tall grass, a dry laugh, crack in the back of your head. You were not dreaming again or reading a book from the end to finish a bending and sentence it led. Apricot lemon wedge pack of palm moss in the sheets of your bed. Denying your ghost by staying the host or demon instead, or having nobody. And to me you were all the same. Paper lights in the chest of a paper mache. Hollow man who portrays life without change or upgrades. Pausing the seconds in sync with the music. The pause is the same to see what you've missed. I'm dying to live in the process you skipped. Flying in water so warm as you bathe. Sorting through clothes to give to donation, I've been avoiding you. I've been avoiding thoughts and the prayers donated from others. I've been avoiding you, hiding in plain sight, sight for the blind. Can't cope without music or else I might lose it. Help me with days and can't spend no days in quiet as music. I wasn't laughing or singing, I'm without music, hiding these remnants. Little that remains, much in the way of the clutter. Happy to sleep and so much for others. Little that remains, all of it detained. Happy to talk, no, I've been avoiding it. I've been a bastard, sometimes a poet. Find me in sweaters, never in robes, always in PJs. Tie up my belt when I look indisposed. Happy to stay and never to go. You look incredible though, thank you, I thought that myself. I needed to tag you in photos, I wish you wouldn't. Sorry I couldn't stay for the whole thing. I've been avoiding bruises that remain. Temperature rise to the top once again. Can't stand toe to toe with sympathy. Truth don't run away from cowardice. Beat it in your brains with your clenched fists. You'll probably stay the same unless you find your own way out of this. Great talk, the batter's in the box. Ask him about Basquiat. For you I'd sell my socks, my soul, my whole well-being, my cheat code, my credo, my needless words and bells and curves. Let's sweat these stitches out. Visions tamper with my dreams. Lean in, seem thin and pewter. Lids will part, lips will pout. Let's make sad sounds like we hear around. Let's speak our names and forget the nouns. Let's have a toast so they're still around. Smoke in the air like my daddy's soul. I only write these words that I think I know. When I put the pieces in a fold-out letter, but the coffin's there and I should be better. But the feeling's always and the feeling's never. And I'm not surprised, but I'm not that clever. To be honest, I would never see it goes. And sometimes that hurts, but that's the way it goes. Only wear 3 shirts, that's the way it goes. I only wear my wallet in the back pocket of my slacks. And when I'm talking slacks, I'm probably meaning jeans. I seem to get caught up in unimportant things. Mind won't stay still for 5 minutes, won't let me finish. People always say things better than I do. Have to learn to cope, it's my sense of survival. Throat feels scratchy, head's full of mirrors. Have to play pretend about a caring appearance, but I feel that my thoughts are very clear and apparent. And the ones who are close are the ones disappearing. Not by their hand, mine's full of scarves. A rapper once lived in my arms, and now I sing sad songs in a bar. Basic till the day that I choose to live. Ain't there something I was supposed to write? I know I owe a few tracks to some folks who probably think I died. You brought me back to life, but on the other side I'm only half alive, and then the other half of me probably needs or deserves you. My mind is not all dark, it just needs a curfew. Greeting cards are fine, but I'm needing to work through day-to-day breakfast and lunch in my purview. Off-white perception and color of daylight, all of it orange in its aura by nighttime. Creeping upon me, these splinters in my mind need to be pulled from their havens and sightlines. I felt some lasting hope dissolve into a bag of bones. It's faster than fate foretold, am I lazier than I know? The prickling skin I hold is sweating stitches in the cold. It's faded in ways unknown. Amazingly, it's my own. Million flashes and distractions all around me. Hope lose focus. Front doors open and the coast don't sweep. Need teeth when they broken and the floorboards need sweep. Neath rugs, crying to a Christ when you need hugs. Sit still moping. Stand up, pace around. Will somebody feed us? Throw up, hoping that you wake up. Frozen as a cake from the last choked up birthday you woke up. Face stuck, frozen as the past that you made of. Smoke in the air, no chance to repair or inhale, just let go. It's a fist to the bone where it broke and the cash just reminds you of hope. But no growth ever happens and your leg starts to limp and the fracture is stiff and the rain and the wind and the terror is real as mortality creeps. And I try to walk home but I'm swept from my feet. I don't like to write to these beats, just make them, stack them up, hoard them, keep them safe, store them, blank spots and boredom, hate them deeper, praise the speakers, trace my fingers on the monitor to think about what could have been. I should have said it different, but time is thin, I wish I had some different skin, thicker or just quicker when it mattered, stuck to painting, but the difference is speaking demon and my legs are leaving while I'm standing still, split in 3 segments while I'm waiting for my death to build dirt mounds near my town. I'll hold it up, shut it down, I need to get these words out, my mouth is echoing to my ears, the only days that I can hear, only days that I have peers. I won't accept your compliments, but they will make my bones strong, just like all these fractures do. I wish I had you. Ghosts upon the shelf hibernate in picture frames. Ghosts to walk the halls, fold the light like paper cranes. Mustn't be worried, I'm in no hurry. Shades are all cloaked to the side of my head, pitching at nerves. Hairs on my body, none on my head, just on the sides. Lost all my sides, without gaining right back again. All hail this drowning prince who holds weight with words like sinking ships and praise high when raised the mighty fist that turns rocks to dust and grains to grist. On eaves is dark and mellow-headed while speeding life through X-Men bedding a toothless gap while snow fell sledding began a fear of branched beheadings. With clothes all wet and stood there trembling, frosting crystals beheld a semblance of chilling fright of morning light, stood checking pulses to leave time ending and weaving fingers symmetrical through mirrors made acceptable by baggy clothes and ways with words but with hands that write illegible. Paces up and down my sidewalk, outlined in chalk and smudged as I walk, stupefied, petrified, high beams blind inside a private highway, sidestep harm's way by hibernating, all while standing still and phasing in and out, dimensions not perfect but sometimes distant, stared a hissing mouth before I fell, prepared to greet the hounds of hell. I wasn't ready for the tidal swell, but felt right at home beneath. Disappointed, missing, sleeping, stuck within the sheets, all knotted up to tear the covers off my silhouette. I'm usually dispensing apparitions to my inner self and teasing mimicry before the vision set. The stars I viewed before I set myself to see can be no guiding beacon, treasure which I have not captured yet. Tradition is a fatal flaw which locks itself and bears its teeth to clamp without the hindrance. It's free of regret, setting you down Hope that you make it back home with an eye in your palm, stabbing at nothing. All that you show are your bones, I meant to say teeth, brushing between. Forgetting the steps that you took while alone and turning around in dreams of the sea and burning the bridges you crossed with your feet. Spoken in tones that you use with your family, meant to say home, but it's left you uneasy. Speak in your sleep and it's bleeding on through. We distinguish ourselves with the morning between us. I wish 1,000 nights to make the next day seem alright, but I've awakened ghosts who left the pillows drenched in morning light. Setting you down. Hope that you make it back home with an eye in your palm, stabbing at nothing. All that you show are your bones, I meant to say teeth, brushing between. Forgetting the steps that you took while alone and turning around in dreams of the sea and burning the bridges you crossed with your feet. Setting you down. Hope that you make it back home with an eye in your palm, stabbing at nothing. All that you show are your bones, I meant to say teeth, brushing between. Forgetting the steps that you took while alone and turning around in dreams of the sea and burning the bridges you crossed with your feet. Setting you down. Hope that you make it back home with an eye in your palm, stabbing at nothing. All that you show are your bones, I meant to say teeth, brushing between. Forgetting the steps that you took while alone and turning around in dreams of the sea and burning the bridges you crossed with your feet. Beat, 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 beat. My dreams of heated honey, spiced them all groomed and spiked and tuned. A quarter past the nighttime moon lie high in grass and skirting backwards upon a matted cloak of beards. Adults in clothes and smiling shields, their faces change while smiles smear like cobweb cotton candy. Fields which bore a house of boards and nails and sanctum shrining gilded glamour. Filling buckets, watered sand or filling holes like gods and hammers. Breathing shallow every night and waking, dreaming, waking life. Perpetual from stress and grief that man is only flesh and teeth. Praise high our clothes and sacred meats. Speak decent, scraped and creased. Leave speechless, bathed in heat. Streets sinking, paved in feet in fear. Grief's preaching, I'm all ears. He's reaching beasts and bodies. Fevers drenched while taken from me. And I can't save you all, I'm sorry. I was made by accident. In 81, the summer heat devoured colors, reaching out its palms and thumbs and stifled growth and smothered Stephen, carving features soon to spring, uneven traits and tendencies that weave themselves inside of me. I should have stopped it there, but future's not to be divined, and prescient moments are impressions, nothing more should be defined. A bit of honesty and hubris mixed together, intertwined to make a sour, bitter blend of boyhood postered in the mind. We made our shelter, smoothing sandbars in the deepest portions, lakes and oceans standing taller than the depths. Forecast our fortunes, building bodies, muddled nests and language barricades are reefed through thoughts and angst in eyes and sockets, souls and bodies lost in pockets, grabbing your attention, flailing arms into the distance. Bargains to be better, friendships struggle, still can't understand you, brother. Speak to me like I can't comprehend you, cause honestly I can't. It's not due to me never trying, it's because I never took the chance. These old men will break your heart with silent western walls. A startled flock of birds that circle near this plot of earth. The darkness wakes the dust and stirs the laughter of hyenas. A pocket watch thought gold, but now blue and green patina. Letters written, pages bursting, buried under feet and stones. A modicum of guilt, a pinch of salt, an angled shirt with bones. What happens to the stuff that used to occupy the air? On days where pregnant clouds would shrug expectancy and form. And I write in different styles, but the language stays the same. While the night drives different miles and the morning takes the blame. I took the reins at the beginning, begging someone else to steer into abyss in hopes some lightning might illuminate the path. The fear of growing into skin with slits as eye holes, slate and gray that harken stoic, easygoing signals, unafraid or lacking wisdom, perfect to display a visage, not easy to maintain. The mission skips until repeats a perfect symphony of heartbreak. I never tried to I don't know, bend the will of destiny or display all the best of me. It's more like just what's left of me, like here, just take the rest of me. Not easy to maintain. Pluck my eyes before you stroke my hair. A handy tell, don't break the chain. They never read the pain. His textbook navy blue or ration gray. Fine before we came, okay. I never heard the punchline landing blows. How many struck a nerve that wasn't tapped? On a shore, blank ripples of match the towels in the kitchen, ripped up and cracked, thrown in the trunk. Crashed in the valley, sinking down with fire burning pinks. The setting sun, apologies like fine horse hairs in the brush. Only significant if you can see them in a bunch, in a row. Seated side by side, our image shifts, slides of pastels, books of recipes and lists, not even counting all the times I made a wish. Stars are crashing to the depths. They keep on passing me by, and everyone who asked in passing, guess I'll always say fine. I'll deviate one day for certain, but it always takes time. It's not my friend, and I've drawn targets on it, blacked out its eyes. Passing me by, everyone who asks in passing, guess I'll always say fine. I'll deviate one day for certain, but it always takes time. It's not my friend, and I've drawn targets on it, blacked out its eyes. That tattoo would switch reasons under dreamers' eyes. In a hush that caused static while the speaker sighed. I'm alive today, he croaks in baritone. Left alone, chipping teeth like spines sliding in and out of bone. Just pop the socket in place. Don't want to show the muscle leading to the table's edge. A nicely balanced flowered vase. Is the room a bit drafty in the night? Can you see the cars parked with snow that piles up outside? Open up a bit, see what people say. Spout gold-plated wings, ain't no feathers that can hold the weight. Speed it up a bit, rewrite till you break your back. Open up a vein so they can skip the fucking track. Sometimes you want that static when you flip the channels. Then think in abstract language painting backdrops. Celery green walls with red lantern focal points. A scene of cold air with steam trails to blacktop. Figures playing fields of vision oblivious yet purposeful. And bend the purple light replete with yellow brimming bursting glow. I skew the chain link rotten front and manage to obscure and blur. Its presence set before me meets the stretch of my peripheral. But give me a moment, wait, who am I again? Let's retrace my path like silhouetted dance steps. Shoulder glancing distance, empath misprint. It's a goddamn eulogy for lost keys. With teeth so crooked, spent the morning in the lockup to my shoulder blade, and plastic bags of lunches hung for wrists in salutary ways. Could write 1,000 words on how compassion made my choices bend, but truth is that there's little smears of guilt that drip beneath my pen. My wrist is smudged. Hope tomorrow brings another bridge to burn. The weather's looking promising, but sometimes promise is a backstabbing pain. Your own blade, it don't get sheathed, it just stays. I got this. Fear of success that I've drawn the face of failure on. Poor art restoration, neckbeard, Christ pocket incarnation. Cans of laughter filled with pencils. My image crosses arms, but look down to fingers crossed beneath black ties and cracked utensils. These songs can fill a weighted blanket, space where nothing lays. Asleep on foam for cushions, spine that's never straight. Caffeine headache, coffee maker broken. Rip the tea bag open in the room temp, dump it out. Just watch the tea leaves line the sink. With a wrinkle in my scalp, where's my audience? Wear a nice color with a mind that knows no peace. Wear a feeding tube, lose some sizes in your jeans, lost in sizes in your teeth, lost recipes for foods will never be, closed eyes that never sleep. There's a processing fee and a fee to not process. It's a layaway playing with bed strings flatter than the wear in the carpet needs with no cartilage. Stacks of books sacrificed for the harvest, dry wood and burned authors, broken steps lead failed sponsors. I stroked his hair with semi-open eyes. He never would have let me get that close while he's alive. You think that we can watch Short Circuit in the afterlife, or hide a pile of blankets in the leaves, while foreshadowing a fall of greater sacrifice that stuffs its mouth with snow caps and hums a tune. This movie won't reveal its title till the ending. Credits scattered throughout, they just obscure the film. Held my breath last night to have a friendly conversation. It reminded me I'm not the type of person that's worth saving. Oh well, farewell. I know you're leaving, and I'm right here, slouching for months and seasons. Each one meaning something different, though I cannot for the life of me pronounce the mission. I'll tune my radio depending on your frequency, and speak your words to strangers without pleasantries, placed inside the kiln, and paint myself in heated shows with winter window film. The mystery is safe within. What will I be if I could just uncork and redirect, or motivate the stiffness to be loosened into drying sand? I write to you, and though it's hidden means no disrespect, this gesture from myself to you beneath the land. I never wanted summer to end, and all the hot rain smells like crayons get the first birds fed on my shoulder that's been cried on, eroded till time's gone, and now it just feels like it's time for bed. I vow to dream of you and misinterpret meaning, a congregation with its flock that's missing limbs. We're both dragging ourselves towards nothing, somehow understand it's only us that's really him. I try to nourish you, force a habit down, my hands that don't know better seeking praise of something else. Shelves are lined with plates you bought and hid beneath your bed, along with coins you never spent but saved them all since I was 12. I scratch for writing all the same songs in paper-thin emotions, while forming to a painted mask. I wear the mask when I'm alone and paint the cabinets to look the same they've always looked, a loop and comfort needed task. Please don't try this at home, they'll see the bloated, swollen, rotted wood that you've been calling your throne, and all the papers you saved in your face that needs shaved, and in the morning they can tell you've been dissolving alone. I see the window from the garden like it's 88. Spent the summer digging in your heart like it was made from clay. Camping in the valley under skies that never dark and gray. A film like Trading Places, but the title screen will just say How am I supposed to store you in the common ground? A screen with words in it. Black chairs, speckled roofless hallways, zoomed out drone footage, orange through the blue window. You with me? Doppelganger dipped in the night. One set of footprints, left heel drags, pulls the vines out. Picture the silhouette, well defined, leaves no shadow to slap across the ground, just spills the lines out. Only walk when the fog rolls heavy. I only talk through the static when the call drops. I had a fake ID with your name on it. I think I dropped it on the same call. Think we'll ask this bridge for directions. Think the rain stopped, links in the chain. Think the backward swim works the same. With your legs crossed in the sink, going down, tastes is plain. I hate to say it, something's on my mind. I love complaining, but the noise AC drones out. Cicada shells thick in the concrete, painted over legacy like that, huh? With a constant weight, shouldered, field all red. Mask worn sacred in its toss from generation. Time capsule buried, scraped moss where the peat's still wet. No directions for your feet, seem in step but greased. Running man, hunting man, cunning man to be Christian. Fields of sheepskin and the wolves undressed. And in an aerial view, it looks like shadows to be pressed in a suited, torn armor with the breastplate loose. And in the chainmail gives way, secret skin, torn paper, ancient handmade. And I was locked in step, market colored hands been touching walls. Beautiful before the coat of paint destroys it. Dagger to the chest, failure ain't the best, but the comfort's in the rest. Landing on the moon with the TVs turned off, no fields of snow, just a bear to bear your crest zoned out. They've been fishing in the shallow end again. Slice the sky upon its vacuous maw. Don't forget they keep you in your collars. Praise the water, keep on singing like the fences, swinging through the fences, and the tension cracks a spine or two. Motor hums, blank songs, black pitch teeth. Grit magician in the smoke lodge repairs another trick. Diamonds from his palms to his wrists, and I sit there content, immobile, unflinching, unblinking, and finally bored. Above all else, I feel my stomach upset. It's in my walk before I leap towards the exit. The tent flaps in the dust. This study of a tiny bit of everything. This never claimed to be brilliant. I mean, it's just a seashell for Christ's sakes. The best mirages all involve water anyway. solitude.